Before you go any further, please know this video contains mature language not suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Danganronpa!
Alright.
I feel like I probably got cut off there, so like in the recording, it's just gonna be like.
Danganronpa! There we go.
Okay, I've set
All right,
my
guys,
skills.
it's trial time.
I've got
Woo.
Power of Life and Death, which easier to push through an opponent's argument. And
Okay.
increases power of the Silencer, effective during the non-stop debate, cannot be combined with cheat code. They're cheat codes?
Go.
Now cheat code is another bullet.
And I think you can put on both at once. So do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do this.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Let us review our evidence, then LJ and I shall make our predictions.
Alright, Monokuma File. Our fallen protector was
Yes,
found
Rest in peace.
Rest in pieces. Found in Grape Tower. His head was severely damaged and beyond repair. It'll be considered the cause of death. Several limbs are dismembered, but they are detachable. And it seems they separated due to a severe impact. Aside from that, other areas of his body are damaged. And because of this, a lot of his functions shut down. Nekomaru's body and left leg were tied with a metal wire, and the tip of that wire also is tied into a loop. Button on the back. When the button is pressed, all of his functions cease, and he is forced into sleep mode. Oil all over the place. Majority of it came out of his head wound. One pillar on the side tipped over. It was also stained, and it was heavy enough that two people could not move it. Enormous hammer, almost brand new. Chain wrapped around the handles of the door at Back Great Tower. For some reason, the killer was able to enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. Candy Cane heard a rumbling noise around 3:30 a.m. Small pieces of stone.
3:30?
5:30.
5:30, not 3:30.
Did I say 3:30? That's weird. 5:30.
That is weird. You're a fucking freak.
Yeah, man. What's wrong with me?
I forgot what recording we were doing for a second there, and I said fucking freak, and I was like, oh.
Good job. No fragments on top of the body. Furyo Hike saw him walking down at 5 a.m. toward the first floor of Strawberry House. Had that. 5:30 a.m. Alarm clock went off. It was annoying. Furyo Hike, Zucchini, and Gunhan all rushed in there. And Nagito was the only one not alerted by it. Elevator no longer worked. Broken on Grape House side. And the last person to use it would have allegedly arrived at Grape House. Button in Strawberry Hall. My goodness, I'm trying to get through this quickly. It's not working. Broken. Nagito was supposed to be at Strawberry House. Apparently he can go between both houses. We don't know why. Compass needle spun 180 degrees while inside the contact elevator. The alarm clock that cannot be messed with inside of Catman's chest stopped around 7:30 a.m. and the alarm was set to that time as well. It receives radio waves, fixed intervals, adjusts itself, yada yada. Super precise, can't be tampered with, not even to set the time. Doorknob, found under the rubber. Mother fudger. It was there, no longer on the Strawberry House side. And then this thing. This is super spooky. Okay, that's everything.
Okay.
Mess up. Are you gonna guess on who the murderer is? Is this where you're gonna go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I feel like out of fairness, I should go first.
Yeah, do it.
Just because I don't want it to seem like I'm piggybacking off of you, which I'm not.
Do it.
So honestly, since I've been going by my two possible candidates, Zucchini is the most obvious answer. I actually don't think it's him.
Oh.
Is that wishful thinking? Or...
No, funny. There's not enough that makes me believe it's him. He's a mechanic. He's a guy that tinkers with things. Why would he so brutally and seemingly cleverly go about dismantling Catman. Like, it doesn't make any sense, because I'm going by the theory that he was lassoed up into the giant pillar, smacked his head on the pillar, it came toppling down, and Catman just kind of fell into pieces. That's the theory I am going with. I don't think...
Which makes sense.
I don't think Zucchini did that. Gundam, I can't figure out why he would do that. Honestly, I can't figure out the motive. Because it's not to feed his animals, he had food for them. He had the seeds. And that'd be the only reason why... What?
The hamsters love chomping on that metal.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, get food to get out, you know? Murder,
Yeah,
leave. My guess is...
Mm-hmm.
Because we know that the murderer had to go through the game, I don't think that it's Candy King, because she is too stupid. She's not stupid enough to kill him, but she's too stupid enough to complete that game. I'm gonna go with either Chiaki or Nagito.
Alright. Okay, so here's my problem. Those are all very good guesses. And logic behind them. Some of it I agree with, actually. My problem with this I've run into. Typically by now, I've picked up on meta clues
Of course you have.
that they've thrown in, like winks, or characters acting strangely, or saying certain things. I'm sure there's been some of that.
Okay, well this would have been way
If
better
there
to
had-
have on screen.
Oh, yeah. If there has been any of that, this case, I haven't noticed it. For a change. Which has kind of left me in the lurch a little bit, as far as my guesses. So, I'm going to, instead, to preserve my streak, I'm going to take a page out of LJ's book, but not use the luck switch, and I'm going to follow my own path and trust in the
Holy
karmic
shit.
seesaw.
Get to it.
So here's my logic. I'm gonna go through this one by one.
Okay.
Here's why these people don't work. Sonya is not the killer. She's Sonya. She's too nice. She's too unassuming. She was with us and shocked when it happened. It's not her. Akane is literally too stupid. I think it would be interesting if she was the killer. I would prefer if it was Akane, because she would die, and also it added a little interesting dynamic to her character for her motive. But like Elder said, too dumb. Too dumb to complete the game. She would never do it. I suspected Fuyuhiko briefly, simply because I think that the trio of people who they were like, oh, you have an alibi. Well, maybe you're too soon to say that. No, you said that those three are highly suspect, but I don't think it's Fuyuhiko. His sentimental diatribe to Akane about the losing Peko and stuff. I don't see him killing Gundam, nor would I understand how he could even pull that off. Although he would have all those Yakuza skills. I just don't see it being him. He's reformed for that. Kazuichi, I agree with LJ completely. I think they're going to make us think it's him, like they always do. Make it the one person who takes the fall before they switch it to somebody else. Because, this does seem like his skill set, but it's not something he would do. He's also kind of an idiot, but he would also go about things in a different way. Like LJ said, he's not that calculating. So that really leaves it to two people, Chiaki and Gundam. Oh, and Nagito, sorry. Nagito. Nagito is another obvious one. But his whole diatribe to Hajime about oh, you ever wonder if the killer was the protagonist, and they didn't let on that they were really the killer. That was super heavy-handed because he was the protagonist. If they were really going to pull a Nagito as the killer, I don't think they would bludgeon you over the head with it in that manner. There are better ways to tip your hand. Making him the protagonist in the first place was kind of a hint, maybe. That he was the killer. I think that was one step too far, and this game is known for doing things a bit more intelligently and elegantly than that. So I don't think it's him. So that leaves two. Gundam and Chiaki. I think Chiaki makes the most sense. She's the gamer. She could go through the game. She was acting suspicious. We couldn't do her free time events. Hajime went to go through the game and she steered him away from it. You know, if there were any clues, it would be her. You know, it would come out in her mannerisms, but I don't think that's her character. I get Kyoko vibes from her. And I don't mean to say that that's like... I mean, she is similar in a lot of ways. Like, she's always helping with the investigation. She's close to Hajime. She trusts him. She's the token cool, quiet chick. But I don't know. I think they're doing something else with her. But I don't think that she is the killer. I honestly don't.
But
I don't know why the heck Gundam would kill him. Gundam makes very little sense as an option, but process of elimination, with my logic, he's the only one left. So, to tie it all back together, I'm gonna trust in the karmic seesaw and say that because I mocked LJ losing his character so much, that I'm gonna lose my character and I'm gonna say it's Gundam. I hope it's not. I hope I'm wrong, but that's what I think.
See, I'm definitely leaning heavily into Chiaki because even though she's the best girl in this game, her dislikes include alarm clocks and and Catman had a giant alarm clock in his chest, so that's a pretty darning clue right there.
Okay, is it too late to switch?
Yep, it's too late to switch.
I'm not gonna switch.
So I'm just saying.
I mean, Chiaki would, in a theoretical level, make sense. I fail to see how she could do it. You know?
What do you mean?
Like, I fail to see how she could... Maybe the engineering of the clocks, but actually, like, taking down Nekomaru, how could she get the drop on him?
Because, no, she didn't get the drop on him. The timing's completely off.
Well, I mean, yeah, we know that, but like, what do you propose happen?
Well, based on my theory, she was somehow able to lasso Catman, send him up into a pillar, and that brought him down, and then the pillar at some point also came down.
How did she lasso him? Did she have like a mechanism?
No, she laid a trap.
Ultimate cowgirl.
She had a trap laid out. He stepped into it. You know when people are going through the jungle and they step on some rope and it goes around their ankle and it shoots them up? It's all a system of levers and pulleys, right? I suspect she did that and used the natural functionality of the rooms, of the doors, as her leverage. That's why the doorknob came out.
I just had a thought.
What?
Mm-hmm.
They had to... They used the button on the back of his head.
Yes.
To put him to sleep because it's broken, right?
Yes.
That was probably how they started it. But I just don't get, even with a trap, how Chiaki could get that button and actually press it. But I know who freaking could. Gundam.
Wait, what?
With his freaking Devas of Destruction.
No, how dare you.
They can press the button.
But it was behind a latch.
He can throw the hamsters at him.
You've got to be friggin' kidding me. But
it's a crackpot. But you're right, it was behind a latch. I don't know how they get the latch off. It kind of falls apart at that point.
The thing is,
I don't know.
That it falls apart for everyone at that point.
Yeah, it kind of does. I mean, Chiaki, everything you're saying makes sense. Chiaki makes sense. Calculating, gamer, setting a trap, going through the game, getting the weapon, all that makes sense. It's just I don't get those vibes from her character.
Yeah, did you get those vibes from any unsuspecting character?
Well, yes, at times. There have definitely been vibes. There have been signals sent out in their dialogue. But all I'm saying is, it's the three people who mentioned they had an alibi. And it's gonna come down to those three people. Well, four people. Fuyuhiko, Kazuichi, Nagito, and Gundam. That's a Chekhov's gun. Them having an alibi. If they're not gonna bring it up, they wouldn't have mentioned it. So it has to be one of those 4.
Does
And
it?
I don't. Yes. By principle of good writing, it has to be one of those 4 because that's where the clocks are gonna come into play. One of those people isn't gonna have had a real alibi.
But
Hurdy
we
Dur,
know that anyone who's gone through the game can go between the 2 sides at will.
True.
Which
That is a little bit of a wrinkle.
hypothetically,
No.
Chiaki can.
Would it be able to do? Yeah.
This is a really,
Like,
I'm really impressed with this one, honestly.
I can't really argue with that.
No idea.
The logic makes sense for Chiaki. I'm ready to see
All right,
how it all shakes.
my bet's
but-
Nagano or Chiaki. Yours is
My
Gundam.
bet is Gundam. I just think it's how it's gonna go, but I'm really curious why.
Let's
Like, how
go!
your like main reason is just karmic seesaw.
Dude,
No, I
LJ
feel like-
places his merit in the luck switch. I have to stand by my own philosophy.
I feel
So
like you
good.
both had some pretty good logic there. That was
Yeah.
easily the best like deduction we've had this entire let's play.
Yeah, that was very entertaining.
You guys are finally playing the fucking game.
Hey,
Well,
I
I'm
have
really
been
happy
playing
about
the
that.
game the whole
Aldo's
time.
always played it.
Meso's
Yeah,
been
that's
gone
true. That's
for it.
true. You have been.
I've
playing
been
the game.
phoning it in, coasting on my victory.
Yeah, Meso's finally playing the fucking game.
Is it more fun that way?
I like both.
Fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
But as the game has gotten more complex, it's getting harder for me to coast. So.
Yeah, I told you it was gonna happen.
Be the one who avenges him.
God, wait till we get to the fucking third
Definitely
game.
Find out who the killer is. I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Shut your face! You were a bad character!
Have an impressive amount of truth.
Just call her a whore?
Hey,
No, you called her a
why don't
bad
we try
character.
going over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
Can you look at that Ibuki picture,
I
Mom?
discovered Nekomaru's body a little
What a
before
Buki
7
picture. I
a.m.
don't see one anywhere.
I headed over
Why
to
would there be a
Grace Tower
picture of
for
her
one
here?
him
She's
to
currently
touch me and found the
vacationing
body
somewhere
there.
in Japan.
Yeah,
living
she
her
went to the
dreams as a
farm.
musician.
Hajime and Chiaki were also
Nah, I
with
don't get
me.
it.
That's what people commonly say. That's what in the country parents tell their
I don't
children.
care, LJ.
When an animal
I don't
dies,
care.
it's like, yep, they went to the farm.
Sonia and
Oh.
Thank you.
But she's not an animal, so.
Don't tell me you 3 were together since last night.
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
You're much
Oh.
classier than that.
With legs
Oh,
like
shit.
those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House. We went to the tower together.
And then, the 3 of us discovered Nekomaru's body. The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes. One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll
You
break
okay
you
there?
in half.
I feel like the meta is currently Tinder under Meso's theory,
Now,
and
though,
someone's got a
enough of the
match.
lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously.
Otherwise, why would they be pointing this out?
We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions. The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
Oh my
Whoa.
god.
Well,
Why is he being such
it's
a jerk?
obvious, right?
He's not meaning to, he's just an
What the
idiot.
heck, you guys? The weapon. You can totally tell just by looking.
Oh my god, I love Nagano so much.
Oh boy.
Oh look, it's my pillar. I mean, killer.
Same thing? Question mark?
Nobody will understand.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That killer, huh?
No, the hammer. The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
Okay, this is easy. Blah, blah, blah. Easy to refute if I have the hammer.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
No, that's wrong.
Nice.
No, I can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangster? Me?
Oh my god.
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys.
Of course.
I thought, maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
Yeah, he's way too stupid to kill.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle?
From a different point of view.
Look at things. I was just about to say it!
Yeah, I know you were!
It's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
Oh, look.
I see!
Pillar.
That broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
It's
Been over
clobber
this.
time!
Nobody
Been
can
over this,
withstand a blow
Cretan.
from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Gunhand's hair looks like it's made of ice cream, like soft serve ice cream.
It's so awesome. His character design is so cool.
Tried to
Dude,
make
I
it
love
right.
it so much.
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
And before suicide.
Nekomaru
Don't you
killed
dare.
himself?
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
Well, that was fast. Oh wait, first murder killing in school suicide.
Before we're both wrong, despite all the logic.
Dude. But that would mean we'd still be even.
But
Yeah.
that's a problem.
Then I'd
If
lose
it's
my
not the
streak, and that's
pillar,
all I care
Then
about.
there's no other weapon we can think of.
I mean, you
there
lose
may
the
be a
streak
way
either
to
way
use the
unless it's
pillar as a
Gundam.
weapon without lifting it.
True.
Huh?
I'm
For
nervous.
reals?
Yes.
The
for
real
reals.
stakes.
I see.
Yes,
so my gut
for
was
reals.
right after all. It's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
Oh my god.
And then look at Zucchini. Oh, wait, no.
Sonia is too good.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
The pillar was not lifted. Beating him with it is beyond a
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over. Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl. I'm getting hella excited.
Why? Not something to be excited of.
There's no need to
Not
lift that
sure
pillar.
they can doorknob, pillar frag. Oh, yeah,
The
that's
pillar
right.
was not lifted. Beating him with it is beyond.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
An attempt was made.
Even I could probably tip it over. Considering the pillar could probably exert.
Sonya! I'm getting hella excited!
There's no need to lift.
If the pillar were beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
No, that's
You left the killer's Hajime. There's nothing no one's trolling him about the protagonist.
Well,
What if
what if we
The
switch
killer's Hajime.
protagonists?
I didn't. What if
What if the killer was Hajime?
Oh. I thought you said what if the pillar was Hajime?
The pillar
No.
fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too, but it's probably not what happened. I see. That was entirely my bad.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we? There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys, same as usual. You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh. What did you say? Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey,
Oh my
Nagi,
god.
What the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used.
I
to
care,
kill.
you cretin!
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon. Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that
The ultimate weapon.
thing you
The
get
ultimate
when you clear
ultimate
the
weapon.
Final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of
It's
course
the
I know.
building, isn't it?
But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know? We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I
Oh my gosh.
over evil, the ultimate weapon.
Yes!
Who cuts the insolent catalyst.
Yeah, it definitely seems like the guy, Meso.
With the sword.
Yeah!
It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
Oh my god.
Far greater than the ultimate weapon. Since you
Yeah!
the 4 dark davas of destruction.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
Can say it clearly.
God,
What
this
is
is this.
the ultimate weapon?
He's probably my
In
favorite
order to
character.
clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you?
Shut your face!
Except for Hajime, of course.
Except for how.
Oh!
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse. Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Oh my god.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
I love her.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it? It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
In truth,
I don't know what is this strange.
I don't know what it is, but I've got a feeling I know what the actual secret is.
Well, yeah, the central
are
room
actually the exact same
spins.
place.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It probably spins vertically.
Vertically?
Yeah, like it goes up and
Are they
spins
really the same
around.
place?
Unless I'm just being an idiot.
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange?
God.
When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed through the exact same place, right?
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much. If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building.
The building rotates.
Bow down.
What?
Oh my god.
Damn.
Then how
I'll
about
bow
Sonia,
down
step it
anytime,
up.
honey.
moved Neko?
Well, we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it.
Okay, I see. So it's basically like, you know how pilots train for G-forces, Meso? And they have something in the middle, and then they have that long bar that goes off. It's a circular room, and they basically spin around the center pole.
Just like if there's no
It's
bread,
basically like
let
that.
them eat cake.
Fair enough.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm assuming it's correct, maybe.
Just enjoying the show.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
I'm out.
There are many different ways.
There are many
The
different
body and the pillar
ways.
could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
You're gonna have to hit the two different statements with
There are
one
many
sword.
different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru
Oh,
could
you
have
just
been
wasted
moved
one.
piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
This is difficult.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved.
It was right there.
The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Monokuma Autopsy, cutting through Nekomaru piece by piece.
That's so
Oh my
close.
So between the first and the second statements, you need to hit both of them
The
with.
body and the pillar could have been moved.
There you go.
The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece.
I always just unlock like a sharpening bullet thing.
Oh, okay. So you might need to hit it twice. Hit both statements twice. Who has the sharpening one?
I think it was Peko.
Pillar could have been moved.
Which is like a sword.
The pillar could have been
I
rolled.
think you'll be able to do this one twice too.
And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
I think you can also buy one in the main menu.
I come so close.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved.
Perfect.
The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Finally.
There we go.
Fudge.
Moving the body
There are many different ways. No.
That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the power of the pillar, the body, he could have moved it all easy as pie.
Damn. Oh, you have to do it again.
No!
There are many different
There are many different ways.
The body and the pillar could have been moved.
Could have been moved.
The pillar could have been rolled.
Damn, Sonya's fucking hard.
Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece.
Sonya's a legend.
I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Whew.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the power of the futuristic rope, the pillar, the body, he could have moved it all easy as pie.
At some point, you're gonna have to use a sword.
Okay, one of
And
these
make
two
sure you have like
statements.
the right one.
Okay. So, futuristic body of the bear. I'm
It
gonna
seems
do
you
that.
have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear.
Okay.
That is an odd alphabet.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the power of the future pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene.
Yeah, the wrong sword.
Voice actors.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene.
I can't. This isn't making a lot of sense. I need time to look through my friggin'
There are
swords.
many different ways.
Okay, you have wire, oil on the floor.
The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Moving the
Yeah,
body
let me
and the
see what
pillar
she's
in such
actually
a short
saying.
time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
Well, they're talking about how
It seems you have forgotten.
moving everything at the
Monokuma
crime
is
scene
surprisingly
over.
strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear.
Robo-Bear.
The pillar, the body, everything at the crime
Everything
scene.
at the crime
He could have
scene.
moved
That's
it
gonna.
all
It's gotta be
easy as
everything.
pie.
It's gotta be everything.
So what?
So, something wasn't moved.
What wasn't moved? Nekomaru's. Okay. Think. I have 47 seconds. Okay. Oh wait, it's paused. Okay. So, body wasn't moved. The pillar wasn't moved. But the chain was moved.
The chain. Yeah, that's it. It's
seems
gotta
you
be
have
it.
forgotten.
Bingo.
Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene.
What? Okay. It's not the chain. So the chain didn't move? But it...
No, is it the oil on the floor?
Yeah. No, that's right.
It seems you have forgotten.
Because the oil was different.
Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the pillar, the body, everything at the.
There it is.
Woo!
Man, that was really difficult.
Sonya brought her A game. All the training with Gusta. Also
It's
ripped bar.
impossible to move the oil on the
What happened?
He dead.
Okay.
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible.
What was the answer?
No matter how you
There's the oil.
Oh, okay.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonya is awesome to watch.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the E-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building, or two different buildings, then what are they?
No idea, huh?
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action. I see!
You're talking about the final dead room, right?
Nah.
You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths and from that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you. At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
That's what the camera was for.
Yep.
It's a grin creeper.
This is it. Let me explain it to you again.
Uh-huh. Okay, yeah, no, I'm lost.
I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right? Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
He activated patronizing.exe.
Oh, fudge.
He really is me.
Okay. Yeah, let's figure out what's up with this. What's
What
going
doesn't
on?
make sense?
When in doubt, just click randomly.
Is it just one thing? Because
It is just one thing.
Oh, I thought it was two things.
Oh. Oh, I don't actually know.
Clicking randomly
Pretty
is
sure
a
it's
bad
just one
idea.
thing.
I think it's the forest.
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah,
Meaning it should have been much lower than it actually is.
That would be
This is definitely
correct.
strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor.
Of course.
Angles suggest it was taken from higher
Of
up.
course. There's only one tower because all the rooms are topped on. They're up. They're on top of each other.
I see. Is that it?
Okay, so there's something else. You're right, Purple. All right.
Think in relation to what you just said. Sort of.
The skyline.
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle, which means if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me. If you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery
Well,
like
not
this.
you, midget. You're dead.
It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student. Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already.
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
Oh no, are we doing another Hangman?
Logic
Logic
dive!
Logic dives are easy though. Come on.
Yeah, another attachment.
Come on, LJ. Tony Hawk skills. Let's go.
I think we've determined I can at least moderately play this.
Truth.
Last time in my sweet tricks are any indication. Holy fudge!
Whoa, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, more obstacles happen.
Come on, LJ. Sweet tricks.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. They both exist.
I would say so, yeah.
Woohoo!
Ooh. Ooh. Okay.
Okay. They're the same building.
I would agree. Okay. That's a weird question because I feel like you could say both depending on how you mean it.
Very true.
Vertically.
Yee.
And so the mystery is solved.
Nice job calling it, LJ.
Bueno.
Hey, I said vertically first. And he said vertical, inquisical, like vertically.
I don't care, this is LJ's game.
Wait,
Oh my
okay,
God.
Mess, I was very confident about the verticality.
Then let me hear
Good thing we're recording it then, eh?
What, are you talking about when I was just doing the surfing?
No, a few, like a 10
No,
minutes
he's talking about way earlier.
Okay.
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
This is actually what I initially thought upon us finding it, but I never voiced it
Based on Nagito's picture,
because we ended up moving along so
Strawberry
quickly.
House is located.
I also thought Bionicle G2 was gonna end when we went to Comic Con.
Oh my god.
But I didn't voice it because
Yeah,
I
okay.
didn't want to be sure.
Okay.
I'm joking.
Where's Strawberry House located? The floors above Grape House or below Grape House?
Think about where Nagito came from. He was in Strawberry House.
And then he went through the door on the floor.
So Strawberry House.
I see.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh man.
On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Oh, snap. I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we have perceived them. And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd!
From One Piece?
Don't
Nice.
you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a funhouse?
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House. Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. All right,
Wow.
I'll be the one who solves this
This
mystery
guy's
in
a
a flash.
jerk.
Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
I'll definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
It seems like something Louis C.K. would say. Wow.
Gross.
Okay.
Got him!
Oh my god.
What's abstract?
Mystery in a flash.
Please watch me.
Hurry up, Dennis. One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Oh my god. The real dummy is the one talking right now.
With a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare...
You're magnificent, Gundam!
That's not fair. You totally stole my spotlight.
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up. Just pick one of them.
He like immediately doesn't care.
Solve this mystery in a flash.
His voice just sounded familiar.
One of the bodies in one of the towers
I mean, he's Kamina.
was
That'd be
actually a
it.
dummy.
Oh. Oh!
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
I don't think you knew that either.
It should be
Oh,
possible
you've
to
said it like
construct a
3
dummy from
times.
spare parts.
You're magnificent,
You're
Gundam!
probably mumbling while saying it. Or
Well, I
mispronounced
was also
Kamida's
saying
name.
this.
We gotta figure this out.
So which one was the fake
Good night
body?
button, tripped over pillar.
Shut up. Just pick one of them.
Oh gosh.
Oh, probably the pillar, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
I feel
thinking.
like
Because
it'd
he's-
be a strange feeling though, because that's like kind of
But
a catch-all.
I don't know what to.
But if he's saying that it's a dummy, he's implying there's two different Nekomarus, which would mean that there's two different pillars.
Yeah.
Was actually a dummy.
Okay, that's not.
No. Try strange feeling.
Yeah. This is actually a really good trial.
Oh yeah.
I get a headache every time I have to
One of the
think.
bodies in one of the
You're
towers
telling me.
was actually a dummy.
Okay.
There you
No,
go.
that's wrong.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had
He
moved.
screwed himself
And that's
over.
when you said,
Why are you so stupid, Kazi?
Right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Accusation.
Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking, right?
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer. If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
I'm even more disappointed.
However, even if Nekomaru...
Sonia trying to get Kazuichi murdered.
meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved? The
Did
body
the
moved
volume
to a
get
different
really quiet
floor?
all of a sudden?
Yeah, I noticed that too.
A device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
Oh, Hajime.
I feel like I've seen that before.
What could that possibly be?
Are you for freaking
Easiest
real?
Hangman's Gambit in the game.
It's an elevator, isn't it?
Yes.
I don't know. I need to give this some thought. I don't want to screw this up. He has limited life, you know. Maybe it's escalating.
I mean, I don't know. You're not wrong. That could have been an option.
LE? Elevator? Or
LE.
LR?
LE. LE. LE.
Ah, fudge.
Remember to get the U in there for
Stop
elevator.
destroying all your letters. You could reuse them.
Now you need a freaking T.
R comes down, he immediately destroys it.
Elevator.
One from the last file is so infuriating.
Listen,
Nice.
I don't want to talk about it, okay?
Nice job, asshole. Now you need a T.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
It's drawn on with
And
crayon.
a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Okay, I'm starting to see how he was killed and how the door thing works. Somehow he was put to sleep, then tied up, and then...
And they pushed him down.
No, they didn't push him down. They left him on the ground. Because when he's asleep, his sensors aren't going, so the sensors in the room don't detect him. So, they somehow managed to, you know, do that whole pulley system thing I mentioned. And when the elevator went a certain way, he went up, boom, hit the pillar. And that was that.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
Did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
I thought of how to better articulate why I don't think Chiaki's the killer. It's because she's always, like, driving the realizations. You know what I mean?
What?
She's always, like, pushing to
She's the one who
investigate things.
pushes the answers. So
And
she
if
was the
she was
killer.
the
then-
killer, she wouldn't exactly do that. It's always been that way. Anyway, go on.
I see.
Nice job.
I just guessed.
Is it safe to say that?
Well,
you go.
It was correct.
And
And
why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
Nope. Nope.
damn it!
Health's getting real low.
I mean, it's not like it really matters when it runs out. It'll just.
It matters for his pride.
so that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
As we keep going and as Chiaki talks
the
more,
floor
I
moved?
get far more concerned about Messa's guess.
Yeah.
In what sense?
Which means the whole room
He's
wasn't
concerned that
an elevator,
Messo's right
only
and
the
he's
floor
wrong.
was.
Yeah.
That's why we saw different doors in each tower.
I'm not conceding yet. I'm just getting concerned.
Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a
Concede
strawberry
and concern share a lot of letters, Eldred.
And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're
Oh, whoops.
Just for show. Why was something like that necessary?
so we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality. Did you hear
No
that,
doubt.
Hanami?
Don't blame this on me! Take responsibility for yourself!
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
No way that's gonna happen! Stop with the tasteless jokes!
By the way, what is the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower?
Swoon.
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right? The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
it would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
That Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other? If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on
Goes around the building, which is why the compass did that 180.
Answer me, Bean.
Y'all.
What does this mean?
What does this mean?
What does this mean?
What does it mean?
Well, Nagito, where's your condescending explanation now?
I mean, Nagito obviously knows this already.
Nagito is basically us, but we're not playing Nagito. We're playing somebody else, watching the player.
We're not playing anymore.
Yeah.
Wait.
The two
Do I have a
houses are
compass?
connected
Wait,
vertically.
yeah. Kazuichi's a
The
cat.
elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning.
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
This trio is like one of my favorites in the entire game.
Who?
The elevator should move.
This trio. Gundam,
Vertically, not
Sonya, and
horizontally.
Kazuichi.
Nope. Well, I guess I was right, huh?
Oh dang.
I totally thought it was the other one. Because it's not. Surely it moves vertically.
Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's like
While you're
diagonal.
holding that compass
Yeah, but that's not a contradictory statement. It's
Yeah.
moving vertically.
Yeah, that's pretty strange.
I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't even really think about what I was doing. I just did it because it seemed like that might work.
From start to finish,
Fair enough.
the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated
I call shenanigans. The
180
game's messed up.
degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side. Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry.
This is so complicated. Who designed this goddamn building?
I know, right?
It rotates while it moves.
This is definitely the most convoluted case in the series
From an amusement park.
so far.
Imagine something like.
Is an amusement park attraction, you know.
Like, imagine playing the first game, right? And we had just gotten out of Chapter 3 with the fucking stupid hammer case.
Celeste.
Yeah, with Celeste. And then we moved straight into this. You'd be like, what the fuck is this difficulty
The
setting?
building doesn't really need to be structurally practical. It makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all! You're inhuman!
Cancel him.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with. I'm these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now. As long as you know what an octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
Oh gosh, Octo 8.
I see.
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student?
That feels like a dig against me just as much as him.
Because relentless.
Guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
Good luck.
What do you mean, good freaking... Ah, fudge. Well, let's think about this. If it was taken from right about here... No, it's on the other side. Ock. 1, 2... Oh, screw it!
10 seconds. Thank God.
I don't know what you were saying.
You're talking about the secret room.
You were hovering over it and just not clicking on it.
Because I was thinking. I was thinking about it.
Yeah, I know. She's impatient as hell.
Got it.
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house?
Play the game yourself, Purple.
If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
That's basically the gist of it. The true identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon.
Learn?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse.
Yeah, I feel like I said something else.
That was pretty obvious.
Yeah, you did call that.
The killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru.
I killed. Wow. I
killed Nekomaru?
I called that really early.
Yeah, you really did.
And really fast.
The secret of the funhouse from the sea, and then thought of a way to kill, making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building
Mess, what if it is
itself
Sonya?
as a weapon.
That'd be freaking great. I just can't imagine how.
What if it's Sonya because it's such a gruesome and medieval way to kill someone? She lives in some weird place.
That would be
Truly
great.
Deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
What kind of challenge is that?
Oh wow, halfway point.
Yes, sir.
I'm so sad. We gotta stop here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. If only I didn't have to
figure
go to
we'll-
work an hour early today.
Are we gonna splice it together for the YouTube version, or just do 2 separate trial parts?
Splice it together for sure.
Cool. And you guys won't notice the difference.
Well, I guess we could splice it, but I don't know.
I would splice it.
I hope your day is well. I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up.
I hear you,
My
Lana.
heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw! Ah, but be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
Lana Mia is great. Alright.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon.
I
The
did.
ultimate
I
weapon.
did.
Yeah.
Chuck!
I like how she recovered.
I never expected that.
That's not
Oh well.
what's important. The thing that's really important is
See, the only reason why this isn't as dissuading is if she were smart, which it's Chiaki. She's got to be.
Yeah.
She would circumvent that trope because she's a gamer.
the killer who used the building structure. Like who's Mekomaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Because I am
Oh my god!
Holy shit. No, that's some serious shit, dude.
Disappointed too, you know? If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine.
I see.
Oh, Nagito.
Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Akane! You're drooling waterfalls?
Anyway, if the killer used the building's structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Wait.
Man.
Yeah.
Is this the end of the line, or can we make it?
The other one almost threw me off, but I already know how it
I
happened.
think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
God.
God is going crazy right now.
Gundam is too good.
Alright.
Make your argument.
Good night button. Oh, fudge. That's a good one, and that's a good one. But I'm gonna go with this one for now.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about after locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor and made use of the drop?
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside,
Dang
the
it.
other door won't open. Which means the elevator...
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
But at least you figured it out.
When the elevator is on the... You can't go through the door. It'd be impossible.
Then, after locking they moved the elevator and made use of the drop.
Hold on.
Incoming pouring of chips.
As long as there's a moving object inside.
Why?
No, that's wrong.
Because Mesa has
Immersion.
no respect for... No, there's no immersion. That's the opposite. You have no respect for immersion.
Where did you even get those chips? I thought you ate all your chips earlier.
I brought the bag instead of the plate because I'm hungry.
Who doesn't bring the bag?
Could it be his sleep
One
mode?
chips, I don't. I like to portion myself.
Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed. All of his
kind
functions
of
shut
chips are
down, and he
Just
enters
corn
sleep.
chips.
If he's in sleep mode, the elevator
As an
sensor wouldn't
Idahoan, I'm
notice
offended
it,
they aren't made of
right?
potatoes.
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yeah.
That's what I was about to explain, before Kazuichi interrupted me. Silence, pest!
Oh, you're calling me a pet?
That's amazing.
Oh, he deserves this. This is such a good chapter. Get fucked, Kazuichi.
What?
Yeah, he should
Not
die.
literally.
Make your argument.
He's crying.
My goodness.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious. Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
What? I was agreed.
Congratulations.
Yeah, but you
Played
agreed
yourself.
with the doorknob by just saying the doorknob. It's like you made the same statement without any actual thing to back it up.
You can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us to think
And look
about
through
the
all
arrangement.
these.
That arrangement...
The hammer is suspicious. Isn't it about time?
What about the oil on the
The doorknob on the floor.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest.
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can
Gosh.
cause the drop with...
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement...
The hammer is suspicious. Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
All
What
these
about the
things.
oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
There we go. Alright, there we go. Man, oh man. I'm a good shot.
They were really gracious with that second shot there.
That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob...
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Huh?
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower. And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god!
Killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
So, this is slightly different from how I had assumed he died.
Too easy.
Same items, different execution. I'll take that as a win.
What if they created a drop?
You were close enough.
Yeah.
Die with just that. Why?
I think you got the direction wrong. Like you thought the elevator went up instead of down.
How do you get him to fall?
Yeah.
Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
This is also very true. But I think it's pretty obvious.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire,
Ah, fudge.
how would they make
Wake
him
up
fall?
me.
There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
I'm out of sword strikes. They made this game harder.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
Doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Crap.
LJ, Jesus, stop dying.
Nekomaru
Try.
should have still been in sleep mode.
Oh,
Right?
there's
He
pulling
was
me.
sleeping. There's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you want to take, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop.
Click, click, click.
Moving
Fudge.
the elevator with Nekomaru inside.
Damn it, LJ. Get your shit together.
Yeah.
How would they make him
I'm out
fall?
of tea, man.
There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
I think you have the wrong sword.
It doesn't mean
Oh, really?
someone had to push him off.
Yeah.
It's not letting me
Possible that
check
he
him.
fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Tripped over pillar.
Nekomaru
Limited
should have
hammer
still been in
pillar
sleep mode,
fragments.
right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you put in that
I don't
case.
think that one's the one either.
You still won't be able to explain. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside is just impossible. End of story.
Let me check them! Okay. Okay, so it's got pillar fragments.
Knocked over pillar, hammer.
Of course. Nekomaru didn't fall, the elevator came up.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Or not.
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that. Now's the time if you want, but in that case, you still won't be able to.
Of course!
Yeah.
It's just impossible. End of story.
Okay, 'cause it's like, I'm trying to think about how this works, but now I think...
Well, think about what he's saying right now. He's like, how could Nekomaru have fallen on his own if he was in sleep mode?
Yeah.
There we go.
I get it. It just... I would have been able to figure that out easier if I had time to actually look over what I have.
Upside down in midair.
Sure.
What are you saying?
Okay.
Like, how would he even wake up?
Because I'm trying to figure out based on information I don't
He has an
have,
alarm inside
and then I
his body.
struggle to actually
As long as
grab
it was
onto the
on,
info.
It would have deactivated his sleep mode.
Oh, excuses,
Which means
excuses.
The killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make it fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
God.
best scene.
Oh, he loosened it. Oh, he caused his own death.
The worst scene.
Oh my
Suicide.
god. Oh my god. Oh, that sucks.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
You finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you saying me anymore?
He gets off on this.
Thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru
He's
was
all I have left.
He was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
I see! When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
You know, even though I have my guesses already, I secretly hope it's you.
Well,
I really hope it's her. I don't
not even
secretly
clear
hope
if the
that.
killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say?
Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
The plot twist all along was that, in fact, we'd actually had daylight saving time.
Yes!
Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Taichi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know!
Make your argument.
We headed for Grape Tower before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
Killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest. That's gotta be it!
Oh.
Can't be.
Okay. I'm gonna do a little bit of
We headed for
experimentation.
Grape Tower before 7 a.m., I am
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's was set for
Well,
7:30 a.m.
It's interesting because there's two contradictory
Nekomaru died
statements
because of
here.
that alarm, right?
So I'm not sure which one they actually want us to go
His time of death
for.
and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
Killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Okay, that's a contradiction.
That's the one I think is probably the one that
Yeah.
they want. But the 7 a.m. one is also incorrect though, so.
Yeah, exactly. Because Monokuma said we all
headed for Grape
skipped.
Tower
Yeah, everybody missed it.
before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside was set for 7.
So I think they're
Died
setting
because of
that up.
His time of death and the time the one of those must be.
Killer probably did some. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Or not.
Possible it was the wrong bullet.
Damn it!
Is there anything that disproves the fact that?
Tower.
Let's see it. Radio clock.
7 a.m.
Contact
I am
elevator won't
certain.
come up.
Radio
But the
clock.
alarm inside Nekomaru's chest
I think that might be it.
was set for 7:30
Which one was it?
a.m.
Radio clock.
Nekomaru
that's
died
his
because of
chest
that alarm,
clock.
right?
Oh, okay. Then yeah, that's probably
One
it.
of those must be an.
Killer probably. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Okay, there we go.
Nice.
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
They're awfully close, so.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time
That's
displayed.
the silver bullet right there.
If there's no possibility that the
Good old
time was
Nagisa.
tampered with,
Yeah.
then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not wrong.
Maybe it's a misunderstanding.
Oh my god!
I'll crush you into dog food.
Is that because you're moving on?
Bitch.
Thank you.
Oh, look at Kazami, so cute.
Oh no, don't do another Hangman's Gambit.
Logic
Nope,
die.
logic die.
Okay, fair enough. These are fine. I get to
Yeah,
show
logic
off
die
my
is easy and it's
sweets.
fun.
Yeah, this is when the game's actually a game.
LJ Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Da 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 da. No 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 no.
I love like the song so much.
It's okay.
Ooh. What did Hajimim and the others understand? misunderstand the time in the building.
Yep, I would agree.
Boom.
Nice. Do-do-do-do-do. 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 Ooh. Threading the needle. Oh.
Whoa,
LJ.
okay, that should have worked.
Yeah, I saw that. It was good.
Thank you. No, like,
Nah, I think
really,
you
thanks
just
for
suck.
being an eyewitness.
Nah, I was watching. You just suck.
Suck and fail, etc.
Okay. Well, at least purple's on my side.
No.
Okay.
Man, you really suck at this.
Oh
Come
my
on,
gosh.
dude, get your shit together. You're only halfway left alive, dude. You're wasting all of our hit points. You only have a little bit of those.
Ugh.
Oh. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up.
Okay,
You fuck. What the fuck, LJ?
LJ, you screwed it up!
Oh my gosh.
We have a limited amount of time.
Yeah, LJ, come on!
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and die here.
Well,
Oh,
You can
let's
always
play
just-
ends here. Bye, everybody.
Like, that's easy enough to do. It just... Okay. Alright. Yeah, whatever,
Yeah, you
game.
just suck.
Okay.
You just suck, dude. You fucked it up every other time.
The building's clocks, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Give me some extra life for getting these right, game. Please. Okay. Yeah, whatever.
Why would it do that, though? Because you've gotten so much wrong.
Oh my gosh.
And because you suck.
Okay. Oh, man. Okay.
Stop slowing down.
This
Slow down is
so
illegal.
freaking stressful.
You're telling me! Which houses would have the wrong time? Okay. Oh my gosh!
LJ fucking just stops. You're at the fucking end. All you have to do is keep going straight.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Oh my god, all those times you fucking failed and then
Dude,
you have to
I
do
wasn't-
it all over again.
I don't know why it wasn't letting
Man,
me pull
you
that off!
fucking blow.
Oh my
You
gosh.
blow.
Alright, sorry I'm not Chiaki. My goodness.
Yeah, you'd be a lot more likable if you were.
Get your shit together, LJ. This is as simple as...
I don't need any backseat
Everyone's
gamers, okay? I got backseat gaming with these guys. Okay.
come on, LJ, rise up.
Don't you dare bring up that awful emote.
Rise up, bro.
I'm not a gamer. I'm a nice guy. There we go. Wait, those are one and the same. What am I saying? Okay.
About fucking time.
Yeah,
Jeez,
yeah,
it
yeah.
took you a million tries.
Make like a Thanksgiving
It was only
centerpiece and
2
get
jumps.
stuffed.
Yeah, it was only 2 jumps.
Oh my god.
Okay, there we go.
Those 2 jumps that turned into 20.
Okay.
You're just gonna take that?
For now,
Of course
yes.
he's gonna take that, because he's just a little bitch. Ain't that right, LJ?
No, it isn't! I'm busy!
Man, you're just a little bitch.
Oh my gosh. I'll just
You're
jump
doing
off
your little
the side.
bitch hops.
Right?
Bunny business.
Oh. Both houses.
Yay, look at you.
Yeah,
If only
playing
you'd done
the
that
game.
the first time.
The one actually worrying about how this is going to be completed.
You wouldn't have to worry if you were good.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, everyone's a critic. Get out of here, peanut gallery.
You said you checked all the clocks inside
You
the
did
building.
good, LJ.
Right for you, Hiko?
Thanks.
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks
It was a
inside the
strategic
building,
strike
there's no way
from
you'd have missed
Chiaki.
it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
Well, it was about 5:30 a.m., so it's off by 2 hours. It was 2 hours behind.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Ryuhiko's account he was there, so this is gonna be important.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death, which clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when he fell. It would have been a great clue.
Or his scream.
He's not the type to let out a...
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
What's with that pose?
Gotta be
The time in the building, then we can only rely on the time of death, which clearly 7:30.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used?
If only I heard the sound when he fell.
Okay, no.
Damn it!
Okay, so it's not that
If the
account.
time in the building was all
what was
messed
that? What was a Kane's account again?
Then we can.
I literally just said it isn't it kind of his account because she heard it. She heard the noise.
Yeah. Okay, kind of.
The time of death, which clearly 7:30 a.m.
Not a
Problem is,
contradiction.
what time would in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used?
If only I heard the sound when he fell.
Okay, cool.
I agree with that.
I didn't hear you. You're rumbling.
That's okay.
Jeez, man, so can you speak up, you little fuck?
We should have heard the
You're the one who sounds like super quiet.
Can you speak up, you little fuck?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep.
Ah, a real
Was that the
Californian.
sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
Really?
You probably didn't hear it because
Well,
you were
neither
sleeping.
did Nagito.
I could not sleep
What does
at
that
all.
mean?
I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge. Excellent work, Akane!
I see.
What is map?
This case would be
Nekomaru's alarm
very
went off at
different if
7:30.
everyone wore
And if we heard the
watches.
sound of his feet at 5:30. That means our time was off by 2 hours.
This is an easy conversion for me to make,
2 hours?
thankfully,
That much?
because of how often I've converted from Mountain Time
We
to
were starving
Eastern.
pretty badly. No way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru.
I will admit, Chiaki's
If you
being pretty
messed
quiet
with
all
the
of a
clocks
sudden.
and used a specific thing, you definitely get
She fell
Nekomaru
asleep.
to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Massage time. Wait. They were trying to use a specific...
And they use the Tai Chi.
Okay.
Yeah, what would draw Nekomaru out at
Yeah,
a certain
fair
time.
enough.
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower.
It was Monokuma all along.
At 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
And when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning...
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m.
Wow, he was late.
Yeah, at that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early! He didn't even ask you yet!
Didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez. That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot, or something like that.
Foot in your mouth, tripping over your tongue.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
What?
Too bad.
I'm right!
I've never heard that idiom before.
I mean, it's probably Japanese.
Fair enough.
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery.
Hey!
Now that we found out how the killer
I'm trying to do
lured
the same,
Nekomaru,
Nagito.
the number
LJ
of
sucks.
suspects has drastically
Trying to do the
decreased.
same.
Fails, etc.
Etc.
Why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar.
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Ooh.
What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Which crosses out. Unless it was the gerbils, it crosses out.
Really?
Gun
Was there
hand.
anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
Huh.
One specific hamster is the blackened.
Hamster, the ultimate blackened. Jumpy.
Both on the same
I don't know.
It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
I'm still holding on to that Chekhov's gun.
Does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell? Who is it?
Who's the bastard?
I mean, the only one who doesn't for now is Nagito.
It's whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time, right? So the only one that does not have an alibi is him.
For now.
For now.
You're the only one!
The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something.
I'm giving up on you.
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may be frank,
No, you're Nagito.
even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, That is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
Because they were in deluxe rooms, which were... might as well probably have been soundproofed.
Womp womp.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
To be
Why is
honest,
she so quiet?
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Oh. Pretty deep sleep.
Then why did
So
Gundam
I
come
thought
out?
That's why I couldn't hear it. But
Oh my god.
it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't
Oh my
hear it.
God.
What does that mean?
You still don't know.
Because Gundam had a deluxe room as well.
Think about what the three.
I can't believe you even remember that because I sure as hell don't.
And I'm
Yeah,
sure
me.
you'll figure it out.
Yeah, the people that had the deluxe rooms were Princess Chiaki, him, and Gunhan.
Gosh golly. No way.
Fudge, no.
Eggman's Gambit. Yep. I mean, you figured it out, so.
Whoa, whoa,
Yep.
that's a much larger,
Rooms.
Okay, thank you. Oh, they're throwing a lot more at me. It's gonna be deluxe.
Thank you.
Are you for freaking real?
As opposed to delicious?
Oh, fudge. I wasn't paying attention there. Dang it.
I noticed. It's gonna be deluxe, so D-L-U-X?
Agreed.
Okay, that works.
A lot of X's.
All the X's.
He's actually keeping one.
Finally.
So proud.
Took him long enough.
And look
Oh,
where it
you
got me! Thanks a ton!
LJ has evolved.
Have I? It feels like a de-evolution.
Good Digimon.
LJ has evolved into the Snake LJ.
So he's a scaly.
I am going to shove Snakebee right in your ear canal. You're gonna hear Indiana Jones
I
complaining
think that's
about
assault.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki.
Var, it's battery.
We're staying in deluxe room.
Whatever.
No, it's a snake.
But deluxe rooms are.
I'm pretty sure that's an ear, actually.
Oh my gosh, this is a disaster!
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
This guy's so meso.
I'm so happy with that.
Right?
You guys doubted our decision earlier in the game.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important
Are
clue
you for
and a
freaking
decisive
real?
factor in
No
identifying
way.
the killer.
You
No
got
way.
spoiled or something. There's no effing way.
Not. Oh
No.
my god.
No.
Oh my god.
No. No friggin'. Are you for real? No!
The streak! Garbage!
No, no, no! This could. Wait! Fudge!
When the alarm rang at
I'm
the
like
Strawberry
happy
House
and
lab,
sad at the same
you
time.
rushed over there too, right?
Trial's not over, you don't know.
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you mention it.
Gundam?
Ah.
There's only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I...
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko. Me? After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct?
Hey, Purple. We sure did a good job pushing them to get Gundam's free time events done, huh?
Did you do that? I recall I suggested it.
We didn't have to do a single goddamn thing! Oh my god!
Yeah, we didn't have to do anything. You guys did it for us.
That's awesome.
Meso, from this point forward, I don't want to take any of their suggestions ever again.
Duly noted. I mean, I'm not unhappy.
Obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though
Are you
Nekomaru's murder
friggin' kidding me?
was a death trap that
I'm
utilized
so happy right
his
now.
chest,
Unbroken.
the killer still needed to prepare the murder in
Gosh,
advance.
dang it.
I'm very curious to see how you guys perform in this next trial.
Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi. Because I was in the lounge.
Oh my
so
god.
the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess? The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Yes.
Your argument?
See, that's a reasonable argument because at least the animals could wake him if they're trained.
You bastard. Do you understand the
I
situation
mean, it's not gonna
you're in
work,
right
but...
now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence. At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence?
Yeah, causality. Shut the front
A
door.
little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
That's a weird thing to say.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Something definitely happened to you, didn't it? Hmm? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
Ah, you said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gunnar's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Please refute it.
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
This is a dumb argument.
As I tampered with
Well, it's only dumb because Nagato's here. If it wasn't for that, it would have been a fucking fantastic argument.
Feels bad. Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
It's wrong! That's right, Phoenix. Ugh.
My emotions are clashing inside me. I want to be happy because I'm right again, but I'm also sad.
Yeah.
This is a weird one.
I'm gonna wait.
Elevator was.
Yeah, because these bullets are not the obvious one.
That one is a massive contradiction. But I don't
Yeah, but what the fuck would we break that with? Oh wait, maybe we. Yeah, maybe we absorb.
The killer cannot return to Strawberry House.
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
Bingo.
Fudge!
Yeah, that's what it was. Yep.
He technically also had accomplices.
Oh my god.
Well,
sure. They are just the 4 dark devas of destruction.
Shut up, you're gonna die.
They are not accomplices.
If the killer cannot return to...
Since I was at Strawberry, there's no question that the following crime...
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
that feeling when Master's favorite character kills LJ's favorite character, trolling till the very end.
Dude, I'm telling you, perfectly balanced. As all things should be.
Gosh, you make yourself so dislikable.
Why, dude? God. I just have principles. I have like philosophies
My
that I
goodness.
follow.
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist.
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Zombie. It was Chucky, obviously. She did it. She's the killer.
She's just like staring dumbfoundedly, like, me?
Nagito, you should know. What are you talking about?
That's a dumb thing for him to say.
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right? There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up.
Gosh, what an a-hole.
But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down, surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Isn't that what our attack is called?
Yeah, I think so.
LJ, I just realized Teru killed Byakuya too. My characters kill your character.
I hate this game. This was supposed to be my game.
Was it?
Meaning that Purple and Var set it up so I wasn't gonna succeed from the beginning.
Tee-hee?
Come on.
The only thing I'd set up was me losing 3 characters in chapter 3.
You say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Can it, Banner?
Oh my god.
Alright, rebuttal showdown. I have a feeling it's going to be the good night button since we haven't used that yet.
Yeah.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist.
Okay, this. Whoa, whoa. Holy fudge.
LJ, you get your ass kicked by Gundam right now.
Gundam bringing us in again. One final effort.
How do you...
Very
oh my
difficult.
god, he is kicking your ass.
Try to do diagonal ones too.
You can do it diagonally.
I did not understand a word you just
Oh
said.
my
I just
gosh,
heard
you can do it diagonally.
screaming.
Yes, you can.
Okay, listen here.
However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion.
Jesus.
Okay, come on. This is difficult.
This dialogue is the best.
Holy Toledo. This is hard.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say.
I just realized what he's saying.
Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I haven't been paying attention at all.
I've been listening since first go.
Dude, it's so hard to...
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Gosh.
Oh my god, we're gonna be here for a while. I think this took me forever to do as well.
Provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail
The thing about me is, whenever I can figure out how to do something, I can get better at it.
I can't.
Finally.
Spam.
Working on it. Ah, yeah!
Now don't retreat.
Passage exists.
Don't mess up.
The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur. If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blood, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light.
Okay, come on.
Damn, he is hitting you hard.
Gosh, dang. Okay, I don't know what
Try
to do with that.
providing the evidence that the killer went to the Octagon.
I don't know if
so
I
it's
have
not
that.
this.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's not the good night button in that.
Yeah, it's not that.
I gotta check here. It's gotta be the wire. It's gotta be the wire.
Probably we haven't used that yet.
Do we have the wire and the hammer, or is the hammer not an option?
Oh, dang it. I don't...
I didn't see the hammer, I think, but I know you have the wire.
Okay. Yeah, wire then.
Went to the octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to at least try the key which dwells in the light.
Oh, I'll do.
Okay, come on.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion.
Oh, that was. Oh.
Yes!
It took so long. I got so nervous.
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body. The hammer that looked like the weapon. And the
Okay,
chain
it's all
on
the
the door
same.
in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did
The only place I can think of is the octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Oh my.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the octagon.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
Seems this is the end. Normally we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now. Hey, what are you... First of all,
whoa!
I'm messing with all the
Nice.
in the building. Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken.
God, Nagina's the best.
Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if
Well, it
they
sounds
failed,
like your life,
they
Meso.
probably wouldn't have minded. They just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And, without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay?
Like I said, this guy's the player, we're just watching him. This game has been multiplayer the entire time.
So by pressing the Ignite button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me!
Oh no.
Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Wow.
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
Years. I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
Super Saiyan 2 Gundam.
It's obvious. I'm going to destroy your illusory
I'm waiting for that part of the end show to show up in this case.
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Oh, what?
Your words.
The intro. We saw someone summoning something and I feel it was him.
Oh no.
That button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
Oh, is this where we're gonna do it? Oh my god. Was I freaking right about this too? Come on!
Just as I thought. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument, it was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall
Like-
teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat.
Gundam is who Meso wants to be, but Nagito is who
True.
Meso is.
Very true. Very
Crush them
appropriate.
with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human.
This robot guy better be, he better be just really close to me, I swear.
Have not fulfilled either of those
What?
yet.
Don't worry about it.
He's talking about Kiba.
Because I still identify strongly with Makoto.
All right.
One final battle.
He is.
I won't let you. For the Tanaka Empire. Crush as David prophesies. Show me the cadaver. I won't let you. For the Tanaka Empire. Wither.
What happened?
Crush as David prophesies. I won't let you. For the Tanaka Empire. Wither.
Man, you're kicking his ass.
Because I went in a fever time.
For the Tanaka Empire. I won't let you. For the Tanaka Empire. Wither. Crushed as David Prophet. It's Nekomaru's
Poor Dark David.
You think I can get these
God.
so easily?
Dang it.
You idiot! You fucked it up!
Play it yourself.
I freaking said it too.
Yes, thank you.
Show me the cadaver.
There we go.
Amen. Show me the
Gundam
cadaver.
so good. Poor Dark Davis,
Okay,
though.
stop, boy. Okay, yeah.
Poor Dark Davis, though.
Okay. So close.
You didn't get behind
It's so far.
You should have been able to press the button on
In the end, it didn't even matter.
As long as you have the power of the hamsters you keep with
Yes!
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Of course, that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundam. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Oh my gosh.
Foreshadowing!
Yeah. Go! Whoosh! Boom! Wake up! Do not sleep! Beat with your tiny heart!
Now that you mention it,
Yes.
after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting.
Oh.
Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Mechamaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
He does this laugh starting with other letters really freaking naturally.
Not just
Yeah.
myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you
Aww.
say you admit it?
It appears
Don't worry, she's
I've
gonna
obtained
rebound
a
with
one-way ticket to
zucchini.
hell.
Ew.
Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses.
That's a very
You
berserk
cannot
thing to
find
say.
Peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own 2 hands.
Rip.
Okay, let me give this just a moment.
I are sad, Mac. But also happy, Mac.
Okay, hang on.
Holy crap, this one's long. It just keeps going.
In that case,
That
I'm
is
gonna
terrifying, right there.
drink.
Okay. Yep, alright.
Hammer, I think.
Alright. Stock 2.
Gotta be the time. Try it. I think that might be the time in the last round. Maybe. Wait, what time does it actually say on the square? Alarm set for 5:30. It's 5 a.m. right now. Okay.
It's... Hang on. It's gotta be this.
Yeah. Last stock. Do.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Oh yeah, time for the rundown.
Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime.
Oh yes.
First, they destroyed the contact elevator.
Oh yes.
Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else.
That pose though.
Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same.
What a pose.
On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck.
I hate this.
Rendering him
This is awesome.
From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending, and Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful, and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually,
You'd think he could have snuck around them.
Yeah, no, right?
Yeah. The killer was forced to appear in front
Also,
of
Kazuichi looks like death. Good lord.
He's like a witch.
When the wall clock's alarm rang,
Yeah.
it was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob, but because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound
Why
of
is
Nekomaru's
Kazuichi
impact
smiling?
throughout the funhouse.
Ugh, I like that sound.
My plan worked.
It looks like he's banging the fuck out of Fuyuhiko
And
right
we're moving
now.
on. For what? Soya isn't here.
Oh my god.
The killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
Gundam where?
That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Ugh. I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe.
Rip this ship.
You killed
Rip the ship
Nekomaru.
lasted one chapter.
I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
My god.
Rip,
Can't wait to hear
rip, rip.
this reason.
Oh yeah. It's a reason.
Outside of a few points, it didn't do that bad.
Yeah, B's not too bad. That was definitely a hard one too, so.
Yeah, I think that's the hardest, but one of the more satisfying trials.
Oh, there's voice actors. Okay.
Thus far.
Throw the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened.
Skip it.
Will you make the right? Please. Crap! I bit my
I put my tongue at the most important part.
Oh, Monokuma. Ding, ding, ding. Guilty. Get fucked, Gundam.
By extension, Messa. You prick.
Listen, I was right, and I take great solace in that.
It'd be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys were correct! Once again, achieving 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement! That's right, the one who killed the robotic Nekomaru is in the Amazing Funhouse.
Bit your tongue again?
Yeah, was Gundam Tanaka!
Nice!
Hey! I said all that without biting my tongue. Well, I did it.
Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with.
Hold on. It's true the class trial is finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. We can't finish yet until we hear it from Gundam.
No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like.
Why do you want to talk to the one who has lost? The loser merely leaves. It would just be unnecessary for me to say something. Listen well. Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake I shall correct one thing. Correct? You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
My goodness.
That, however, is a great mistake. Huh? Fine. Nekomaru did fight. That is no mistake. And because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Lost and died?
This, too, must be the will of causality.
Once more for the road.
Thanks. I'm gonna be so happy when you're dead.
If he was just trying to cling to life, there are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
Probably didn't want to hurt the hamsters.
You.
What do you mean? Explain!
Fine, then. Then I shall reveal it all.
Let's make history.
Within the final dead room, I discovered the secret of the fun house. And I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And this is what happened. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru.
This is a cool picture.
This is... He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away, or even called for help. But he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose a fight that risked life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked life and death?
Let me tell you this.
He was serious, too. He gave it his all to try to kill me. If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
Nah, we've been through a situation like that. It would have been easy to figure out.
I can see it!
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great one.
Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock.
Oh, great, he's a warlock.
Nice. And even the gods themselves flee from me. I do not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
What? What kind of a motive is that?
No,
It's not the real motive.
It's just Gundam, dude.
Soul of evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might.
Please don't say all and might in the same sentence, buddy.
I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't
Oh my God.
waste your cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Yeah.
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
Claudius.
Why did you fight? We're all friends.
I would love to see the anime adaptation of that fight.
Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong.
I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you.
Let me tell you this.
However, I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that! That is abandonment! A mere feeling of resignation!
Fall, my tears.
Ever since we were locked inside that building, everyone had been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
If you flinch, you will die!
Lag.
Giving up on life. That's just an insult to life itself!
Let me ask.
Have you fools heard of the term dog eat dog?
Of course you know that. Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism.
Listen well.
That is what it means to live. If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life itself?
I shall engulf this world.
If a world would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being.
I mean, he's philosophically consistent.
True that. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy toward life.
I renounce you!
It is a violation of the natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity.
So does that make Gundam pro-life?
Yeah, I guess.
Are you saying all that to try and justify what you did?
But it sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth.
Fall, my tears.
But, even so, don't you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here?
Oh.
I believe. It's why you committed your crime.
You...
Hey, what about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once, but compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was mere child's play.
Well?
You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that... Well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance.
Oh, fuck. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? I can't believe you would ask such a foolish question. Just who do you think I am? I am Gundam Tanaka, history's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Fade like dust in the wind.
That's a cool line.
Not in a million, not in a billion, not in 10,000 billion years. In the name of pandemonium, it is impossible.
Pandemic, pandemonium.
Is that it? Then, I'll just leave it at that. Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started. Monokuma! Let us begin!
Yes, indeed.
Yay! God!
Yeah.
I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka!
This is just too much.
I beg of you.
Please, Monokuma, please help Gundam.
Bro!
Huh?
Miss Soya, it's alright. I'm
Sacrifice,
here.
sacrifice Kazuichi instead, please. Please, I beg of you.
Sonia. An act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself.
Ouch.
Gundam.
It's fine to start for reals, right?
Fine.
Yes, I do not mind. However...
What is it, my four dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared four dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
Oh my god, what a boss!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Oh, rest in peace, you legend.
This felt when it went by very quickly.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, well, Gundam wouldn't have had it any other way. Gotta love that lag.
Of course.
Stampede. Aww. There it is. Rip. god! The great irony! He goes to heaven! Wow!
God damn it, I cry every time, man!
But then their paws slip and he falls.
No! Oh my god.
Wow.
God,
That was something else.
no! No!
Man, what a prick! See ya!
Even after Gundam's gone, the spirit of his parting words still lingered deep in our chests. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then, what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it. Damn it! I'm so pissed off. I need to throw something.
Damn it!
We all spent so much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this.
Gosh, I don't like you.
You're all full of shit. Every last one of you.
Then you can go away.
Buh. But the biggest piece of shit is me.
Correct.
True.
That's the first.
Well, you're not wrong about that.
Gee, I think we should tell her how we really feel.
Damn it, Mama's awake.
Oh.
It's such a downer, clearly.
Thanks.
But still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
Don't make me dislike you, Chuck. Don't say the
You
buzzword.
are right. This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If not,
You are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he will be very cross with us.
Aw, the cry. You're right. You're right. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there.
I'm not, I'm sitting.
Stand up and walk.
I will after this.
Move forward.
That's how I get to other rooms.
Live.
Yeah, to get food.
If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain.
Okay.
We can't allow that.
Thank you.
So, how long are you guys going to stand around chattering? The class trial's over, so it's okay for you to hurry back to Jabberwock Island.
Monokuma, you're quite boisterous.
However, the killing school trip will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that.
Hold on! How much longer are you gonna keep doing this?
Seriously. How long is he going to keep doing this?
Till the end of the game.
How long is this going to continue?
Till the end of the game.
Now then.
Alright, after feeling down for so long, I finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry back and eat some food.
Gosh, you make me so angry.
Hold on a sec! That mood shift is too dang fast!
Dude, she's easily the worst character in this franchise. I hate her so much.
Agreed.
Well, you know, it's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live, right?
Finally showing some fucking emotion. She's certainly something else.
But seriously, I'm starving.
Hey, hey.
Then let's go back for now and eat.
Hey, hey.
And then, after we're all full, let's sleep as much as we want.
Right?
And then, let's do our very best again.
Shut your face! Yeah, you're wrong. With this, the Clusters come to an end, and once again we return to Jabberwock Island. The size of our group has definitely diminished. But despite that, even if it was just the rest of us, we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial. But at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight. Nagito? Yep.
Yep. I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. And before everyone else, too.
Buddy, you need to get out in the sun. You're so pale.
But it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information. I guess they were too busy with other matters. Or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this.
Damn it.
This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all.
Oh my god.
Even if it costs me my life.
It's obvious.
Lag. For the sake of hope, I cannot ignore this.
He's reacting just like he did to Mikan. Of course.
All right, Monokuma has arrived. Who summoned me?
Now then.
Thanks for coming.
What's this?
Why, it's the lonely little Nagito. Are you all alone tonight, too?
What's the matter?
So what's up? Your face looks scary. I see. So you can tell. Ah, perhaps you found out who the traitor is. You know me well.
Wow.
Is what I'd like to say, but unfortunately I haven't learned that yet. I see. So even you don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown is gonna take a little more time.
Hello.
So, why'd you summon me anyway? Were you finally gonna confess your love?
Hey.
I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room. Oh, yeah? What about it? There was information about 16 people in the file I received. But isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
You don't even know?
Well, there's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including that person, the total number of students would be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But this file contains documents that were created at Hope's Peak Academy, right?
Of course.
That's right. I just reused the stuff that the former headmaster spent a lot of time making.
But
If this file even contains information about the traitor, was that person also a former student of Hope's Peak Academy?
Who knows?
I wonder.
hey,
Could it be? Is this your doing? Did you slip false information into that file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? What's wrong with that? It's my job to heat things up. It's okay if I do something small like that, right?
well,
Lag. That's not my point.
right?
My point is, you already know who the traitor is. What's wrong with that?
You're getting all riled up.
Well, you're splendidly correct when you say I knew who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Monami after losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me.
Their existence means nothing, huh?
No.
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the evil future Foundation lackey who's putting you guys through this awful stuff.
That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know?
Cooperation?
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right?
Yep.
If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat too.
Right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is.
I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No.
Obviously, that's a big no-no. I mean, I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you, too.
Well, I knew you would say that.
Besides, I just wouldn't be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on.
Just as I thought. You saw right through me.
You're right.
No matter what situation I find no matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, stepladders such as myself and despair exist.
You're right. You're a true believer of hope, after all. I must say, that belief reminds me of that person for some reason.
Huh?
Reminds you?
Well, now.
I don't know who you're talking about, but if someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person, they must be extremely unlucky.
But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this.
Wow.
Am I? I actually think I'm very lucky.
Say what?
Huh?
You don't know?
Wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. I'll become an existence that could only be called ultimate hope.
Even be called.
Oh. Whatever.
The two of you are alike. You definitely remind me of him.
Hey, there's one more thing I want to ask you. Who are you waiting for on this island?
Huh?
Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is the person you're waiting for already on this island? Well, answer my question.
If that's the case, if that person is already on this island,
wouldn't that be exciting?
Well, that was a whole lot of crypticness.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, I feel like I learned nothing. 5 days left.
All will become clear in due time. All will become clear in due time.
My god.
And that was chapter 4! Thanks for playing!
Woo!
What a case. Rip.
that?
Oh. Earring.
Oh. Gundam sucked anyway. Who cares?
All right. I think that's
all right. Well, yep, that'll be it for tonight.
Man.
Thank you all for watching, everybody.
Let's get final thoughts. That was the case.
I feel like that was probably one of the better cases.
I agree. It had a fantastically complex murder and then a good trial as well. The scenery got a little old, but it was used to dramatic effect.
For sure.
Actually, well, no, I thought you meant up the trial ground. I was like, oh, that's like my favorite trial ground.
Oh, no, the trial ground was fine.
No, it's time on the funhouse.
The actual funhouse, like, yeah, it got old, but the motive was really good there, and how they used the building was very good, and it needed all that setup in order to have its mysteries be revealed. And Gundam's execution was also one of the better ones, not in splendor, but in emotional impact.
Yeah.
And his speech beforehand. That was legendary stuff.
Very good, yeah.
And now we're back to status.
I like that.
Quo.
I feel like it was a good end for both Nekomaru and Gundam. They had really like a good sort of like heroic moment there.
Oh yeah, taking one for the team.
Yeah.
So heroic.
I like the idea of how they just like they both just knew instantly, and they didn't even need to say anything. They were just like, "Yep, we are both going to do this so that everybody can be saved." So good.
It's alright, LJ. Keep your chin up. I'm down to only one character.
Oh, wow. Isn't that freaking fantastic?
Down to one character, and it's fucking Hajime.
But Meso, you're getting another one. I don't have a replacement. Gosh.
We're probably gonna confuse viewers when we say that.
I think LJ is confused.
No, I'm reasonably certain I'm not.
It's probably whoever Monokuma's waiting for on the island.
Yeah.
XD. But either way.
Pizza delivery
DDD.
Okay, so I feel like this was a classic case, okay? This wasn't even this was a classic Danganronpa 1 case where I did all the legwork, but through some stroke of freaking luck, Meso ended up being right.
What can I say? I'm the ultimate lucky podcast.
I'm gonna kick the snot out of you, mother freaking hamster.
Man,
yeah, that's
you
right.
get all the evidence, but you're just not good at making those final conclusions, I guess. I don't know what to tell you.
Gosh dang
Sometimes you need to look at things from a meta point of view.
You didn't even look at it from a meta point of view. You just guessed right from, like, fucking process of elimination.
That's
Where can I send those screenshots, by the way?
I knew it wasn't going to be Chiaki, because developers intend for her to be like the sidekick, the plot driver, the Inquisitor, because Hajime is too much of a passive guy.
I'm just going to assume yes, Purple. I don't feel like reading all this.
Oh, okay.
Alright, well, thank you so much for watching, I guess.
One day you'll get one right, LJ. Don't worry.
Yeah.
It's coming. I'm sure.
One day I'll get one wrong.
Yeah. That's so stupid friggin' karmic seesaw nonsense. I want that karmic seesaw to hit you in the jaw.
It worked.
Thank you for watching.
Like making fun of your character lots.
Goodbye.
Bye.